Welcome to the American Free Thinker. As you might notice, my background's a little different. Well, that's because I am back to doing what I enjoy most. And some people that might be watching this, they might understand what that background is. So, for some reason, my webcam doesn't work on my laptop, so the video is not going to be very clear. So you're not going to be able to have a clearer picture of my, like I've said before, my movie star good looks. So that's enough of that. Welcome to Election Day. Please get out there and vote if you are a Republican. Okay, all right. If you're a Democrat, stay home. No. All right, okay, that doesn't sound nice. But when you take into account what I know about the Democrat Party, it kind of does make sense. Remember, Democrat Party is the party that began taking advantage of immigrants and party of slavery. That's how they began. That was their purpose for beginning. They're also the party of the Civil War. They're also the party of KKK. They're also the party of Jim Crow laws. They're also the party that went from cotton plantations to the urban plantations. Fact is, they don't care about immigrants and they don't care about minorities. They definitely don't care about the working man. So you're going to have to forgive me when I say, if you're a Democrat, that means you're not voting because you understand the topics. You understand the importance of what's going on. So I do say, if you're a Democrat, that means you don't understand the topics going on right now. So maybe you should just stay home. But again, let's move on. Today's topic, immigration. I'm going to start with my opinion. I'm going to then go to maybe some history and then kind of wrap it up with, of course, the caravan. Immigration is a topic that I don't even understand how there is a discussion on this. It's more proof that the Democrat Party is all about one thing, and that's power. They're all about lying to people to get their fervor up, to make them upset, to make them hate the Republicans so that they will vote for them. Because immigration, if you just look at it in a common sense, logical, remember my free thinking method, put it through the filter of rational thinking, logical thinking, and then being able to actually critical thinking. So for immigration, every single nation, every single sovereign nation has the right to decide if anyone comes in their country, when people come in their country, and who they need to come into their country. It's not a racist thing. It has nothing to do with anything but what is best for the citizenry of that country. What's confusing about that? How does a discussion go any further than that? So if you've got a caravan of thousands of people that kind of keep trying to get into this country for whatever reason, that is not their right to come here and insist on getting into our sovereign nation. Again, the United States has probably taken in more immigrants than any other country. I think it's time to slow it down. Now, if you want to get into the individual topics of immigration as far as who do we take in? Well, at certain points in our nation, we need different types of workers. So the first thing you realize is, who are they? Do they have criminal backgrounds where they're coming from? Do they have degrees in what we need here? And I'm not talking necessarily upper level positions. I think we have plenty of computer programmers. I think we have plenty of doctors. We have plenty of people that want to work in those fields here. So I'm okay with a nation saying, all right, we need workers in this particular career setting. So we're going to let in as many workers as we need to come in as immigrants. Again, that's common sense. And I'll get into who came in at different periods of time in our country when I talk about the history of immigration. Now let's talk about how long they can stay. Well, as far as I'm concerned, and I'm okay with, if an immigrant wants to come here bad enough, they meet the criteria that we decide as a nation at that any given time, and how many get to come in. We get to choose the best that come in here. Again, I use this analogy. We are not a soup kitchen. That's not America. And we should stop doing that. Just bring in who we need. So once they get here, well, simple. You just make some rules. If you want to continue here, if you want to stay here, you don't break any laws. And we're going to make it simple. If you break a law, you're gone. And we'll bring in those who want to stay here and aren't going to break laws. You never get 1 penny of government assistance. Not one. If you lose your job and you don't find a job within, 30 days, you're gone. If we have to come find you, then we come find you and you're gone. It's as simple as that. If you try to run and we find you, you're gone. You never get to come back. If you just turn yourself in, or we come to you and you don't have the qualifications anymore and you leave, you can reapply. So that's how easy immigration is. Now people say, well, what about the people who are in trouble? The asylum seekers. Okay. Well, I believe we have what's called embassies. If you go to those embassies and you meet certain criteria, and I would make it as strict as humanly possible. Because guess what? There are problems all over the world. If we can solve this immigration problem, maybe we'll have a little more money. Maybe we can help other nations try to stop being dictators to where they are hurting their own people. I doubt that. It's happened all over the world. I don't know if that's something you will ever stop. So I'm okay with it as long as you have very strict rules. And if you yourself don't have legal problems, if you have proper documentation that says who you are, okay, fine. We let a certain amount in. We cap it. What number that is, I don't know. We can agree on it. 100,000. I don't care. 10,000 a year. 5,000 a year. Whatever it is, I would make it pretty low. Once you get here, you're going to have to be, let's say, along the lines of someone that's getting out of prison and they're on parole, where they have to go every month or whatever and check in. Again, I'm not comparing you to a prisoner that's coming out of prison. I'm just saying that's what you're going to have to do. Every month, you come, you prove that you have a job. Because guess what? You will never get a penny of government assistance. If you're perfect, you keep a job, you don't break the laws, because if you break the law, you're going back. Simple as that. So now we have immigrants coming in that we brought in because we wanted. Then we have asylum seekers. They're doing the same thing. As long as everything works out perfect, You have a certain amount of time to apply to become an American citizen. You have a certain amount of time. 5 years. It's arbitrary. We'll figure it out. I'm saying 5 years. Within 5 years, you have to want to apply to become an American citizen. And then we have certain criteria, whatever that is. You pass a certain test. You obviously you have to learn English. That's another thing. We need to get rid of this multi-English in our schools where we're teaching people who can't speak English how to speak English. Guess what? If you come here as an immigrant, if you come here on asylum, you have to learn English. So within a year or 2 years or 3, whatever that number is that says you want to become an American citizen, you've followed the laws, everything's going fine, you have proven that you actually want to follow our laws, you want to assimilate into our culture, then we're happy. We're good. Let's keep it going. Move on. That seems obvious to me. What's the problem with that? How is there any debate on that? We don't just let people come to our border and push their way in. That's why we need the wall. And please stop making these ignorant comments. Stuff like, well, you show me a wall, I'll show you a ladder that's a little bit taller, or something stupid like that. No, we have a wall. We have drones on the border. We have people on the border. People do not come in here unless they have the proper documentation. And guess what? If you come in here and you're just coming here for the day or whatever to visit, and you're not back within that period of time, we come get you. You will never be allowed to come back into this country ever again. It's real simple. You go to jobs and you say, oh, businesses, and you say, you have 6 months. From this point on, if you ever have someone working for you that is an illegal alien, you will lose your business license forever. Real simple. Everyone's happy. Eventually, every single person will self-deport. Yes, I said self-deport. Because if there's no jobs here, and they know if they're caught, they will never, ever be able to apply to get in here. And we go out there and we start catching these people bit by bit, bit by bit. You've got people who are supposed to be intelligent, like Bill O'Reilly back in the day, making fun of people saying, oh, we can never go out and dip. We couldn't catch 20 million people out there, or whatever it is now. Yeah, we can over time. Common sense. Let's use some logic. Stop trying to be friends with the Hollywood, Bill. Anyways, I'm digress. Let's get back into. So now a little bit on the history. Back in the day, late 1800s, when immigration really came in, they were the big influx of immigration. We needed them. And guess what? They were already people who kind of had our similar culture. They were mostly from Europe, Western Europe. They kind of had our similar cultures, the Western belief, the laws, the religions, everything. So when they came here because they truly wanted to make America work. They were all about America. They assimilated to what little bit was different. They were beaten up. They were made fun of. And guess who they were beaten up and taken advantage of by? Democrats. You're right. You guessed it. But they fought through it, and they still love this country. They are here, and they have been here. Their generations have been here, and they are the ones that truly helped build this country. Between them and the African Americans that were brought here for slavery, when they came out and slavery ended, between them and the immigrants that came in and wanted to assimilate into America, that is what America is. Not immigrants, not people that come across the border illegally now. How many of them do you see when they're coming through here? They still got their Mexican flags. They still got their any South American country. They still got their flags, and they're flying their flags, and they're down America, down America. I don't want that group in here. You either want to be here in America and you want to love America and you want to follow our culture, or get out. If you don't want to follow our Constitution, get out. Okay, I promise to keep everything under 15 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and end it there. Sorry again about the low video quality. This is probably going to be the way it is. Hopefully it's not too bad. If you see this on YouTube, please share it. Please like it. Please ring that bell and subscribe. If it's Facebook, please like it and share it. Go to my website, and the link will be on Facebook. And I hope to talk to you next video. Thank you.